Hi, welcome back to Everything Sparkle. You just heard my cousin Aubrey Danielle singing. She sings so beautifully. Also, a special shout out to Ron Keddies. If you want your flyers done, Next Level Printing is the way to go. Also, go to the Metal Mark if you would like to climb in some indoor rock climbing. Theirs is a really nice facility. It's beautiful. I'm there all the time. It's like my home away from home when I'm not training at the gym. We are back with Gary Agajanian from Agajanian Vineyards, and for the first time in Everything Sparkle, we're going to get some alcohol in here. Hey.
Exactly. That makes it a little more interesting, a little more fun. It's always fun anyway, but hi, I'm Gary Agajanian with Agajanian Vineyards and Wine Company, as Sparkle said, and we got a few of our wines here that we produce for the market, and we're going to try a few samples and go from there.
Oh my gosh, so what is in front of me? What am I going to drink right now?
So at the moment, we're having our Moscato Sangria. This is made with the orange Moscato wine with some pineapple juice and some orange juice.
Oh my gosh, this is so delicious. See, this doesn't even taste like alcohol. This is the kind of thing that's totally... After a few of these, I'll be in a really good mood.
So this is great. This is a great summer drink, right? It's warm. You could ice it down. In fact, you can... There's really no rules about wine. My opinion is you could have wine with... white wine with red meat or white wine with whatever. So, and obviously things that are iced down and cold, you could have in the summer when it's warm.
Well, this is also good for people that don't like wine or want something a little fruity or want something that doesn't have a strong alcohol taste. Like, this is like the way to go with this sample.
Definitely. So this is made with our orange Moscato, which is this bottle here. It's called Marmalade. That's the brand name. The website is marmaladewine.com, and then our other wine in that brand is the Rosé, Marmalade Rosé. So you drink them straight. Mostly that's how most people drink them, just straight up. You put them in the refrigerator. But we can also make we have a recipe. We have some recipe cards. You go on our website and get these things. But we have a blushing marmalade, which is our sangria. And in that one, we have the rosé wine, the Marmalade Rosé wine.
This one? Is this...
No, that's now the Frosé. That's
sorry, I'm jumping the gun.
You're ahead of yourself. Where dessert is later. But, so anyway, in the sangria that's made from the rosé, there's pink lemonade and Sprite or lemon lime juice in it. So that one I didn't make. I don't know. We don't have enough time to do them all, but maybe later we can.
Oh, wow. Hey, I'm down. You just have to come every week and bring us the wine.
All right, yeah, give me 5 minutes a week.
Okay. So what am I jumping the gun on? What am I really anxious to drink here?
So this one, want me to wait? This one is we call it the Frosé. So it's a marmalade, the pink marmalade wine blended with some strawberries. So we blend them together in a blender.
It's just like a dessert. This is so delicious.
Yeah, well, it's really half
like
wine.
Strawberry. It tastes like the strawberry.
It is. We take fresh strawberries, and it's half fresh strawberries, half the Marmalade Rosé wine, and blend them up in a blender, and we put them in little ice cube trays and
oh my gosh,
and
this
freeze
is
them.
So heavenly right now.
Yeah, so you can put them in your freezer, have them ready anytime. And we have a similar recipe for the orange Moscato to make what we call Froscato. And in that, we have the Marmalade Moscato wine.
So this is like dessert. I mean, you could just have this instead of having ice cream.
Exactly. Another summer drink, nice and refreshing. And so there's a recipe for that if you go on our website. So that's our consumer brands that we have out there that are kind of widespread and easy to pronounce, easy to remember. The other brand is my ego brand, of course, Agajanian Vineyards, which are these wines. We have a Chardonnay, a Pinot Noir, and a Cabernet. And we'll be trying the Cabernet when you're ready for it.
Oh, I'm ready. Whenever I will just drink whatever you give me. But I remember...
Actually, I opened the Pinot Noir first, so let's try that.
So is this the bottle I said I saw at my cousin's house when I was there? Is this because it was an Agajanian wine brand?
I think it was. I think they have that in the Cabernet. So this Pinot Noir actually is the grapes are from Clarksburg, and we actually have a 15-year contract with the grower, one of our favorite growers up there, the Johnson family, And we could probably lead into really the bigger part of my business, which is the wholesale part of our business is really the bread and butter. So these brands are about 1% of our business, but mostly what we do is we do grape-to-grape connections for growers and wineries and winemakers, and then we also buy grapes and make wine for other brands. So that's mainly what we do every day.
What are some of the brands that you make wines for?
Well, of course, the major brands buy some of it. So we'll see Kendall Jackson and Mondavi and some of the famous brands, you know. But there's some
Gallo?
Gallo used to buy from us, but you know, if you look at the way the business is, they have their own staff to do what we do. I mean, one of the advantages Agajanian has compared to other suppliers is we have a grower relations staff that is second to none in the state. Maybe the big wineries do have what we have as far as breadth goes, but we have a buying ability for, say, a small brand to buy a few tons or half a truckload or 2 or 3 truckloads. We have the buying power of a big winery, and so we give that advantage to the smaller wineries and the mid-sized brands who don't have the staff that we have.
So, cheers to this one.
Here's the
Excited
Pinot.
for the red.
Wow, that's opening up really nice.
I love how all of these wines are so smooth. There's nothing that I like when you're like. This is like you have very smooth, especially for red wine. I'm very particular about that because I don't like it where it's strong and just that tart taste. This is very smooth.
Yeah, there's one of the things that go on in the business is, you know, we like to make wines that are easy to drink and they're ready to go and smooth. And one of the things that happens in the business, the guys that get the high ratings, like in the major magazines that rate the wines, is they make wines that really have a lot of horsepower. So they're high in tannins, high in alcohol, a lot of structure, and that's great. And the reason they do that is because the wine critics are they're tasting 40 to 80 wines a day, so their palate gets tired of just everyday wines or wines that are easy to drink and smooth that consumers like. They like these wines with a lot of horsepower. It kind of hits them in the head. So they're picking wines that are like something you would maybe drink on a special occasion, or you need to age it 20, 25 years.
Oh, wow.
Right. So those wines are kind of made to kind of age and smooth out, and people are drinking them too young, and they got a lot of intensity, and it's like, well, that's not what every consumer wants. You want something you can, just like you said, doesn't hit you in the head. It's nice and smooth.
This is so refreshing. So, tell us a little bit about the politics that are going on in the wine world right now, what you can say legally.
Oh, so some of the things that have been happening to the wine growers in our state, besides the normal ebb and flow of the market going up and down, or, you know, sometimes there's a little bit too much supply, sometimes there's not enough, and that's kind of one of the things my business provides, is to help growers move their grapes when it's long, or help wineries find grapes when they're hard to find. So that's, as a merchant, we're not brokers, but we're merchants. We buy grapes, we sell grapes, we buy grapes, we make wine. But some of the politics going on is kind of the disasters, the wildfires that we've had in 2017 and 2018 in the North Coast, especially Napa, Sonoma, Mendocino counties, and a little bit in Humboldt County in 2017, and then of course in Lake County, and then in Chico and to the east, there were a lot of fires in 2018. Majority of the fires, 17 of the 18 fires were caused by, according to CAL FIRE, which is our fire protection in the state, according to them, PG&E caused these fires. And so there's a lot of growers that have lost crop, lost grapes, lost business. And it's more than growers, too. It's other businesses, maybe a restaurant, a dry cleaner. Many kind of restaurants lost their or businesses lost their business. And worse yet is people who lost their houses. I mean, in Paradise alone, there were 14,000 houses lost. People like you and me who don't have a house to live. They don't have relatives nearby. The hotel gets covered by insurance companies for maybe 6 months. It's been over 6 months since those fires. So what are those people doing now? Some are living in tents, literally.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it's crazy. So there's been no federal release, no state relief for fire victims. And, of course, the most tragic cases are those where there's some wrongful deaths. And I'm on a committee. Can't say what we're doing, but I'm on a tort claimants committee that is helping the victims get the recovery for their losses. So can't tell you the details, but I'm volunteering some time, 1 or 2 days a week, to be on this committee to try to help all the victims. So I have my own personal claim with what's going on, but there could be 20 to 30,000 claims against PG&E throughout all this. And of course, as you know, they've gone into bankruptcy to stop the bleeding.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway, it's a major case, largest bankruptcy in the state of California
Wow.
ever.
This is so fascinating.
So it's kind of the nuclear war of bankruptcies that's going on. So talk about, when I go to San Francisco or Sacramento for these meetings, you talk about a Shark Tank. There's lawyers all over the place. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I'm having fun with that, learning a lot. I joke I'm having fun. It's not that fun, but I feel like I'm doing something good for the people that are victims of these fires.
And what about the wines that were affected? Can you talk about that or not really?
Well, some people had wines that were probably affected. We have some wines that were, okay, let me explain it. So the grapes had some smoke exposure. We make the wine out of it. The wines are all tasting fine. There's no scent or any kind of smoke flavors in the wines. There's an aspect of smoke flavors you want to have that you get from a barrel that is controlled and nice, that helps a wine, but there could be the risk of maybe a wine tasting a little bit like an ashtray, which was not what we want in the wine business. None of our wines have these flavors or have these characteristics, yet the buyers of these wines are afraid to buy them and bottle them because they're fear of something could happen.
Oh, wow.
So there's a lot of people in our predicament and many brands who probably won't tell you they have these kind of wines in their tanks because they don't want to let people think there's something wrong with their brand. And so what most of them are doing, and what we're doing, is we're not bottling these wines. So they're sitting in tanks. We don't know what to do because it's costing us money. We paid the growers. We paid for winemaking. We're paying storage. And we don't know what to do with these wines.
Can't you sell them at discounted rates? Or
there's been some offers. It's some severe discounts, like 5 cents on the dollar to maybe take them to China. And these are wines that we have a lot of money in, and I'm not ready for that option yet.
Oh, wow.
So anyway, so that's a battle we're fighting. And, I just realized for me it's a learning curve. And you think you kind of know a lot after being in the business for almost 40 years. I'm still learning stuff, so keeps you alert, keeps you awake, and keeps you humble.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So anyway, that's some of the struggle we're going on right now. But meanwhile, when we have time, we enjoy our wines. We enjoy our products.
And I enjoy them. So where can we buy these wines?
So these wines, our wines, the best selection is at Total Wines here in Fresno, which is over on Knees
membership there.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. So Knees and Blackstone, right in the same parking lot as Pismos, is Total Wine. So they have the full selection, great pricing. We even once a month we have a wine tasting there on a Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's fun to go there. And then Bevmo has our wines, and a lot of the newer Save Marts or the bigger Save Marts will have our wines also. So Save Marts, the Market on Herndon and West will have our wines. So go there and get them and enjoy them. You can also go on our website, Agajanian.com, and also marmaladewine.com, and order them, and we'll mail them to you. So you can do it that way too.
Nice. I mainly just have the membership for Mike Briggs because I buy him all of his wines. He's a total wino. So, calling him out on being a wino. But seriously, if you want to get him a gift, get him wine.
He likes the wine. Yep. He likes the red wine. I understand.
Yeah, and I love wines as gifts. So even if I'm not drinking them, it's like the perfect gift when you go to a party or whatever. And if they don't drink, that's a perfect re-gift. So you can't really go wrong with giving wine as a gift.
Exactly. And something like this is a little bit unique. So go out there and enjoy. Also, another way to get wine is if you belay me at Middlemark Gym, I will give you wine to do that. How's that?
Oh my gosh.
Maybe like 75 in a day.
Yes, Gary and I climbed together at the Metal Mark. So he got me into climbing, actually. So I am a climber because of you. Thanks, Gary.
You're welcome.
And now I'm a wino because of you. All my great habits I just
I
picked
thought
up
you were
from
already a wino. Wait a minute.
Oh, thanks for calling me out, Gary. Well, thank you so much for being on our show. Thank you for bringing us wine. And Richard, can you come try it? Because I know you don't like wine very much. I just want you to try it to see if like this is unwine tasting. Yeah, just walk in and you have to taste this. Tell me that this does not taste like. Because I know you don't like wine, so I'm guaranteeing this does not taste like wine.
Pretty good. What's that, strawberry right there?
Yeah, you try some of this.
This has strawberry and the pink marmalade.
I'm really not a wine drinker.
But that did not taste like wine, right?
Right,
Wasn't
it's
that like
nice
better?
and
That was
smooth,
like a nice.
easy to drink.
That's
Yep.
good.
There we go, guys. Thanks for
Definitely.
tuning into Everything Sparkle. Thumbs up for Richie.
Thumbs up for Richie.
Thank you. Thank you, Sparkle.
Thank you, Sparkle.
I think I've seen you before. Familiar shadows.